This is the new Jaws piece of merchandise.
Beaches are closed. It's not the 4th of July.
The first piece of coaster track has appeared on this side. All right, how freaking cool is this? We're sitting like on the Orca. Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for a Universal update. Jaws has taken over the park. So there's new Jaws food, there's new Jaws drinks. Amity has arrived, there's new photo ops, and there's so many Easter eggs to go over. So we didn't really get a summer tribute store. We got the Steven Spielberg kind of exhibit. The version of the summer tribute store seems to be like a summer restaurant. Universal's really never done this before with a full overlay on a restaurant. So I'm excited to uncover all the little details inside there. But on that note, let's show you a vintage Jaws the Ride commercial.
It's been years since anyone has seen a shark in the seaside community of Amity Island. And visitors still flock to see the places where Jaws attacked.
My name is John and I'll be your skipper today. As we visit the actual spots, we're back in 1974. That bad old shark Jaws devoured those poor and innocent islanders. Very scary stuff.
But on this 4th of July in Amity Harbor,
Amity 6, repeat that?
terror lies around every corner.
Shark! The biggest one I've ever seen! Oh my gosh, he's going underneath our boat. Guys, help! What do we do out here? Come on! Sharks!
Brody, are you alright?
Hello? This is John from Amity Boat Source. Anybody here? Did you guys hear something?
Universal Creative and NBC Universal are proud to present Jaws, the Ride, attacking every day. Only at Universal Orlando Resort, where you can ride the movies and see the stars.
Okay, so the tribute store kind of Jaws snacks are here in the front of the park. So if you go into Universal Suites, that's where they'll have the specialty Jaws treats. They got the cake pop, they got the Jaws apple, they got the little trifle cake, and then they have a bunch of different flavored macaroons with Jaws imagery on it. And that'll be it for the little sweet treats. So there's so much new stuff with the Minions for the new upcoming film. We're not gonna be doing that in this video, we're gonna do that in the next one. There's new food and all sorts of weird stuff. The wall has come down now. Now the parade was supposed to start on the 23rd. It has been delayed till like the first week of June, just because they're still working on the concrete and everything. So this work wall has come down. There's plenty opening now for a HHN tribute store. Over at the food stand here, 57 Fair, they got some new stuff, but they got pepperoni strombolis, a Philly cheesesteak stromboli, a pastrami Reuben footlong with chips. So those are all new, those just popped up. I see Amity. So they've added a wrap to the entire building so we can see the beach right there. Now if you know in the film, these little changing tents, but they look exactly like how they look in the film. So when Brody's sitting there on the beach, right, and he's like freaking out in the classic shot, you can see these in the background. They have some chairs that you can sit at. This looks exactly the same color scheme and everything, like how it looked in the film on the beach. So they've recreated the Amity billboard. So instead of having like the girl there, right, which is like screaming, and they painted over, you can like lay there, and it looks like you're on a raft and Bruce is right behind you. Oh wow. The raft has taken over all of Richter's. You got Bruce popping out of the water. They covered up the old Richter's menus right there, and they have all these different versions of the Jaws poster. Here's like a more happier Bruce, ready to get his snack on, like a more hand-painted one. It is crazy just the influence of one image. This one image of this poster has been burned into a large majority of the world's population. You show them this image, they will know what you're talking about. That's a cool one, all different beaches closed, the Orca, Quint was right, Amity Island, Help Shark, Jaws. Oh, here's one, you really don't even see a shark, but it's like the wave makes it look like Bruce is popping out of the water. What is going on with that one? Different style, like a black and white one. I like the orange accents to that one. So Richter's does not open until 11 a.m. So in about 15 minutes it'll open. But here's some more Jaws posters that we can see. Again, each one is different. Each artist has their own interpretation of the classic movie poster. Almost looks like a concept version. Here's like a paper mache one. This one's made out of like sequins, it looks like. Jaws. Then you got the stained glass one. Start over here, we got Bruce. Then we go over to the barrels. Then we got the mayor right there with the beaches closed, no swimming sign. Then we got the orca over there. Then we got the oxygen tank right there. And then the orca, and then also Bruce again at the top. And the classic film poster right over there. So it's a really cool collage. If you look at it, there's a lot of great details in it. But this is the new entrance. Amity Police Department truck. Looks very film accurate. They got the lights. What do they got inside there? They got his little walkie-talkie right there. So they got a walkie-talkie right there. And then another one right there. Now in the back, no swimming sign. Beach is closed. You can see the hat back there. There's also some paperwork. Let's zoom in and see what's on that paperwork. So if you look right there, it looks like the paper is from the mayor saying everything is okay. But this is the paper saying that they caught like the tiger shark, which they thought was Bruce, which really wasn't. We can see a better shot of that inside the candy shop. Then if we look inside the trunk, it looks like Brody's kind of navy blue jacket that he wears. On the license plate on the back says Amity. That's a real license plate. They got it. Oh, what are you, little cord? Where are you going? There's a cord going somewhere. Oh, it's plugged into there. So I'm guessing the tail lights might be illuminated or something, because you can see the cord's right in there. Perfection. It looks exactly screen accurate. They did a really good job finding this and restoring it and making what it is. Official Amity. This is just the first little bit we've seen so far. There's some more versions over here. Now this is all going to be sponsored by Coca-Cola, property of Coke. More versions of the poster. So we have Quint's Bait Shop right here. They have a little lobster trap. And it looks like they even caught a little lobster in there. Got some gas cans, Jaws posters. Let's come around over here. Again, it's all Coca-Cola, so go forth with Coke. Because as you know, Jaws takes place 4th of July weekend. And inside the back of the boat, we get all different sorts of Coke memorabilia. Many different coolers, different posters. So they got a whole freaking boat out here. Let's come over here. This just looks like about the same stuff, where it's just different versions of the posters. We didn't see one of that. That's a cool version of the poster. And then that one. It's like a vintage comic book 50th anniversary. Jaws, Terror Lurks in Amity Island. It's like a spray painted version on the barrel. Now this is awesome. This is Captain Jake's Amity Boat Tours. If you remember the Jaws attraction here, that's what you were on. You were on Captain Jake's Amity Boat Tours, and they drove you around Amity and everything. I believe this is the original sign. Universal found it and they restored it. Little Coke bottles, all the little flags. This summer is just a tribute to Steven Spielberg. So we have the Steven Spielberg exhibit where they kind of talk about Jaws and E.T. and kind of the influence he made, right, to where he is today with Disclosure Day, his next Alien film. But his biggest film is Jaws. This film changed film forever, changed the course of Universal Studios, because without Jaws, Steven would not have had the success to then do any project that he wanted to do. If the film flopped like how they thought, his career might have been over. But it was a success. He took that success and then made so many films, which then just changed the world. Made what a summer blockbuster is, changed the way merchandise is sold for films. It's cool that they're kind of honoring Steven over at the exhibit and then honoring Jaws over here. Now on these directional signs, you might be a little confused on what some of these streets are. Actual streets in Martha's Vineyard where they filmed different scenes. They have a little Martha's Vineyard Easter egg here. Okay, Jaws is one of my favorite films of all time. I watch it probably twice a year. Light Your World, Under the Sea, but we do have a Gerg Easter egg. We got Gerg's crate right there. All right, let's pop into the candy company and go over all the Easter eggs. Okay, so this is the Amity Gazette that was in the back of Brody's car. Amity Gazette, killer shark caught. Predator responsible for 2 deaths is killed by local fishermen. Police say beaches are back open. July 4th fireworks scheduled. You can see the shot. They had to kind of like blur it a little bit so they didn't have to pay the rights for the actors. So in the article it just talks about kind of who caught it, what the medical examiner said and everything. Pretty much making everybody feel like it's okay for the beaches to be open. You're fine, there's no sharks there. Like even on the side, they put the Amity Gazette on the side of where you pick up the newspapers. All right, so behind the candy counter, this is from the Jaws queue from the attraction. This was in there. And then over here, when they cut open the shark, when they're trying to find if they got the correct shark, this is the license plate that pops out. And then we have Hooper's oxygen tanks, and then the flashlight that he uses. Then we have the classic barrel that they attach to Bruce. Then we have Quint's favorite beer that he crushes up, and this is the same instrument that they have on the Orca when they're looking. Then we have the reward sign, a $3,000 bounty to the man or men who catch and kill the shark that killed Alex on Sunday. So, you know, they love hiding their little tribute store rats. There's one right there hidden for you. $35, they have a new Jaws bucket hat. So you got Bruce popping out of the water. Now it says hidden print revealed when wet. And then you got Bruce underneath. The shark swallow you whole. There's sour candies for $6. Then we have some mints for $6. Quint's Orca Mint Shark Charter. All the fish are keep it cool in there. Alcatraz right there. The Shark Attack. Then they have the Jawsome Dad shirt next to one of the barrels. Now inside this display, it's really cool. It's about kind of the harpoon gun. So you have the manual, the greener light model harpoon outfits. Some photos right there. There's the different harpoons, the rope. And then we have the same model fishing rod that Quint uses in the film. And then they got Quint's undershirt right there. Now a lot of this merch we had last year, so I'm gonna try to find the new stuff. Okay, this is the new Jaws piece of merchandise. It says Universal Studios with Loungefly. You have Bruce popping out of the water. You can see all the tents there on the beach. Now this could be a crossbody bag, so it's not a standard Loungefly bag. Oh, I like the little coin purse. This is the oxygen tank. That's fun. And then it says Jaws right there, but it's got like a bite bitten out of it. This is kind of a bigger, thicker crossbody bag. On the inside, you got the Orca and Bruce. So $75 for the crossbody Loungefly. $33, there's a new Jaws towel that you can pick up. And then if you want a cooling towel, you're looking at $24 for the cooling towel. This thing's pretty cool. So you see the tents right there, the Orca, Bruce popping out of the water, and then $40 for the new Jaws bag. It says Jaws right there, Bruce popping out on the side. Beach is closed. Then you can see Brody sitting there by the tents. And that says Universal Studios on the back. $65, you have the windbreaker. Bruce right there, Jaws. That says da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Back there you have the chalkboard where Quint draws the shark. We have the layout of Amity Boat Tour's attraction here. Then we got the old California shark from the tram tour when it had the big teeth back in the day. And then we have Quint's shack right there. And then on all the coolers it says ship to Amity Village Beach, Amity Police. And then $22 for the classic Bruce little plushie. We are rope dropping Richters. Never thought I'd ever say that. But I want to get the shots before like people start coming in. So they have a bunch of different food we're gonna try. All right, so we got the classic banner, right? If you remember in Amity here at Universal Studios, you remember this sign. So welcome Amity 4th of July celebration. So back here they have the blueprints for the lobster boat, which was the Orca right there. So they got the blueprints on the wall. And we'll come over here, they've switched around a bunch of the photos. So we have Bruce and Valerie Taylor pictured standing along Bruce is Valerie Taylor, the legendary Australian marine conservationist, filmmaker, and pioneer in diving, responsible for the great white footage featured in Jaws. Bruce's name came from Steven Spielberg's lawyer, Bruce Rammond. The mechanical shark who played him, however, encountered a bevy of mechanical failures, earning them an alternative nickname, Flaws. So you get some great kind of behind the scenes photos of them working on Bruce. Again, he did not work at all. Over here we have some more photos. So it says the shark is working. The making of Jaws, 3 large mechanical sharks were constructed with intention to replicate the movement of their counterpart. The pictures here show them functioning correctly, a seldom seen due to disagreement between the salty ocean and their system. So we got the classic photos. Steven working on the script, trying to figure everything out on top of the lifeguard tower. Then over here we got the premiere of Jaws. Jaws premiered in the Rivoli Theater in New York City on June 20th, 1975. Throngs of eager moviegoers lined up for blocks. The film would go on to earn $494 million worldwide. They got one of the barrels here. We have the yellow hat, which is very reminiscent of the mother who has her son kind of eaten by Bruce. So it's almost like she's hanging out with Bruce and there's her kid being eaten, which is kind of morbid and sick. It's kind of what that little Easter egg is alluding to. Over here we have Quint's Surf Shack. This is going to be from the Amity at Universal. Then we had this wonderful poster that was designed last year, the best and only scenic cruise on the island. It says Captain Jake's Amity Boat Tour since 1975. You can see Bruce there in the water, but with the lighthouse and then the boat. Time Magazine's Super Sail, Jaws on Film, and other summer thrillers. Inside the Orca, this is how it looks. When they're sitting there telling their different stories and stuff, they recreated how it looked on the inside. You know, when they're lifting up their leg, showing off the scars, and Quint's telling that story about the sharks in the water and everything. They recreated it. They got the little light right there, even the little first aid kit back here. And they got a little wind speed right there. This is freaking awesome. Are you able to like eat here? I want to eat my food on the table. We got some more signs over here. No swimming, danger, high voltage, underwater cable crossing. If you remember the Jaws attraction, here, you saw this sign. Welcome to Amity, population year round. And we also saw the sign also at Universal Studios Orlando's Amity. These photos were taken from Oak Bluffs Beach in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, a location that Joe Alves happened to find. The movie was originally going to be filmed in Nantucket, but when a storm took Alves' ferry to Martha's Vineyard, the rest became film history. This is the famous shot where the camera comes up to Brody kind of freaking out. Such a wonderful shot. You got Steven there behind the scenes looking at the camera. They're all on that boat. God, look how small the boat is to fit all the cast and crew on there. What? It's not pigeon music time. We're inside of a restaurant. Okay, you know what? Here you go. We got some more images. Again, this is how they were having to set up the shots. They would have boats off to the side, like a barge. Just sounds kind of miserable, the whole experience of them filming it. Where the Coca-Cola freestyle machines are, they've added a Bruce silhouette on the side of it. Now over here, there's more seating and you can walk through Bruce, but we got some more Easter eggs over here. So this is gonna be the original storyboards. These storyboards for the film were created by Joe Alves, and they were some of the few that had Bruce as their focal point. Due to the mechanical failures of the shark, storyboarding was used to more creatively suggest his presence, contributing to the film's famous tone of suspense. The tail hits the orca, water explosion, Hooper, Quint, the mouth opens, you see Bruce coming up right there. Brody yells, shark. Shark crashes down, giant jaws snapping at everything. Shark breaks the water, barrel pops up. Brody points to the barrel. And then over here we got the classic imagery of Steven on the phone, and then these are some of the lobby cards for Jaws. Over here we have the little singing fish, but it was a singing Jaws shark merchandise that was sold. Then we're gonna come up here and we see Quint's jacket, and then they also have Quint's hat on this bus. And then they have kind of a ripped up pool floaty. All right, let's head into Bruce's mouth. All right, we're in. This is to represent kind of where Quint would be like boiling off the shark skin and shark meat. We're like in his little shack now. There's his favorite beer that he likes to drink and crush up. You got Hooper right there. You got Quint. You got Brody. You have more of Quint's beers and then also the barrel. And you got Robert Shaw looking pretty happy right there. If you look right here, kind of silhouette on the glass, you can see Bruce kind of popping out of the water. You can see that line of his jaws right there. Where you pick up your food, I got a shot of Bruce right there. Quint and Brody. And then over here is really funny. So you got, we'll zoom in. It says visit Amity Island, but up here are some of the little plushes that you can earn in the claw machines. You have Bruce and Quint, and then Hooper back there in the little flippers, and then Brody right there next to the fish. And then there's a shark hat all the way up there. So on top of the statue, they have an inflatable shark for the pool, and you come in here, but the AC almost makes you feel like you're under the ocean a little bit. They have this ocean effect with projections that are on the table, and they've changed all the lights in here blue. So it kind of makes you feel like you're under the water. It almost looks like the side of the orca, right? And when Bruce kind of starts punching through it. And then on this side, it'll say Jaws. We got the photos over here, and then they put the bikini on the bus. All right, let's see what's going on inside the shipwreck. We got vintage merchandise. So again, this was like the original crew shirt that was given out. It says Jaws right there. We're gonna come down here. Here's gonna be the original 1975 LP release. Actually featured a re-recorded version of the score rather than the exact one heard in the film. I didn't know that. The first Jaws DVD was released in 2000 to celebrate the film's 25th anniversary. So we got the Laserdisc back there, then you got the VHS, and then the DVD. I will say, if you're a Jaws fan, buy the 4K restorated Blu-ray. It's insane. It'll truly change your perspective of the film. It is so crisp and so clear. Then we'll come up here to some of the merchandise. So it says Jaws producer Robert beams as he shows off the wave of new movie merchandise. Once the studio realized they had a blockbuster on their hands, a flood of licensing deals quickly followed. Little rubber shark. Then we got the paper cups right there. They just put Bruce on everything. The Jaws log is a post-release, quickly written production diary commissioned from screenwriter Carl, offering an inside look at the making of the film. So you have the Jaws log right there. Then you got the Jaws game right there. Published in January 1974, this first edition copy of Jaws comes from author Peter Benchley, who also appeared in the film in a brief cameo as a reporter on the beach. So they have a first edition copy right there. Then you're gonna have the Time magazine. It says this shirt is among the first officially licensed Jaws tees ever made. Producer Richard is wearing the shirt in the promotional photos showcasing the film's merchandise line. Okay, so if you've ever looked at my YouTube channel, you see my little icon? That is a photo I took 12 years ago. I'm wearing a Jaws tank top. Now this is kind of a replica version of the classic billboard. My buddy does sell these. Oh my God, the shark monster truck. Look at that. They had this outside.
November 12th, 1955, that was when this crazy old codger with a cane shows up. So he says, how would you like to be rich? He lays this book on me. He says, this book will tell me the outcome of every sporting event till the end of the century. All I have to do is bet on the winner, and I'll never lose. Oh, he told me one more thing. He said, someday a crazy, wild-eyed scientist or a kid may show up asking John that book. If that ever happens.
Here we got the Jaws fan, and then we got a US Air Jaws advertisement, and then look at this vintage Universal shirt. Quint's Dive Shop, Universal Studios, Florida. That thing's awesome. Then we have the little Jaws headband, and then look at this classic Universal Studios shirt with Jaws. There's a lot going on here. When Universal Studios Japan grand opened in March 2001, it featured a full recreation of the beloved Jaws attraction from Florida. Today, it stands as the last remaining standalone Jaws ride in the world. See little collectible cards. Here's one of the vintage photo frames of Bruce. We got the classic plastic cups. You got the postcards from Universal Studios Hollywood. You got the collectible little spoon, another little photo frame, vintage little coins, pencil holders from Universal Studios. I like the pen. Bruce is chomping on someone. And then we have another classic postcard right there. And then like a little popcorn bucket with a Bruce plush. Now we'll come up here and we got some more stuff. April 1976, less than a year after the movie's release, Jaws made its splashy debut on the Universal Studios tour in Hollywood, instantly becoming a fan favorite attraction. And then up here it says, on June 1990, Universal Studios Florida opened, transforming the studio tram tour into a collection of attractions. Among them was Jaws, which debuted on opening day and remained a guest favorite until its closure in 2012. Now this is great. This is normally when the Richter scale is going off. They took the image that Quint draws on the chalkboard and added it to right here. So when it starts going off, it's like a little shark going up and down. Over here above the freestyle machines, you go in the cage. Cage goes in the water. You go in the water. Sharks in the water. So they added some different signage above the freestyle machine. Now when I first heard about Jaws as a kid, my mom told me about it because she said when she went to go see it as a kid, it was during the summertime. So then when you would go to the beach that year, nobody would be in the water. The entire world was traumatized by the ocean and the water. They would not go swimming. They were terrified. And it is kind of sad that we're never really going to have something like this ever again, because currently with streaming and just how movies are made, there's so much content being put out there into the world between social media and movies and all sorts of media that there's really not really a film anymore where the whole world kind of comes together and watches and experiences, and then it changes the world. We're never gonna see that ever again. So I do love that Universal still honors Jaws and its history and its legacy. All right, how freaking cool is this? We're sitting like on the Orca, about to eat a Jaws burger. It's gonna be, though, we're gonna need a bigger boat, 3 smash patties, American cheese, grilled onions, secret sauce, pickles with a brioche bun. I like that on the top. I like that you have like some shark teeth right there. Look at that. Patties are so crispy. The American cheese, this is like a classic 4th of July barbecue burger. Nice buttery brioche bun. The patties, flavorful, but nice and crispy. Secret sauce is good. I think I'm gonna do a 9 out of 10, just because it's just like a simple, good burger. But now there's a specialty drink. The Shark Attack, bright, tropical blue shake with pineapple, orange, and coconut, finished with a bold strawberry chomp splash. I'm gonna do 8.5 on the drink. It's like a very chill Dole Whip coconut drink, cotton candy. It's not too overpowering with the fruits, nice and refreshing. So now we got the other photo ops, and there's new drinks at the Alcatraz bar.
You got a new costume. About time they listen to what we say around here. Shay Alcatraz, but I wish you would have said, thanks for chopping by. So we have 4 signature drinks now. One that come with friendly version and the not so friendly version. The Great White and the Amity Island tea.
So they got the special menu. We got the Quint Strawing right there. Let's do an Amity Island iced tea.
A little vodka in it. We got a little rum in it, 1/2 ounce of each of them. Equals about 2.5 ounces of alcohol. Tequila. Here's where it gets a little bit different. So we put a little lime juice in it. Actually lemon juice. Let's do the lemon juice. And some brandy, apricot brandy, but this gets the whole ounce. This gives it a little sweetness. A little splash of the simple syrup. Let's top it off with a little Sprite, a little cranberry to make it right. And all right, let's just that over there. A little swirl, and comes with a little lime. You know what? You could probably dress it up with a little cherry for you, make it look better. All right, let's do one of those. How about a little shark?
It's a magical moment,
yeah, it's
shark.
not an added thing
Right.
over here, you know, you gotta ask. And a little shark in the water, because it's Amity Island time, man. It's Memorial Day weekend, Kev. It's been a long time, and thanks for chopping by. Chomp, 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 chomp. The beaches are closed. It's not the 4th of July. Chomp, 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 chomp.
All right, so the new special drink is the Amity Island iced tea, New Amsterdam vodka, Bacardi, Superior rum, Cuervo traditional Blanco tequila, apricot brandy, lemon juice, cranberry juice, simple syrup, and Sprite. This is great on a hot summer day. Fruity, refreshing. If you're a fan of brandy, you'll get some really good kind of hints of the brandy in there. I'm gonna do 8.5 on it. They have this awesome photo up here. They recreated the Orca. So you got the back of the Orca right there. And then you'll come right around here and you'll stand there and it'll look like you are on the ship. And then over here, they got the penny press machine. This is kind of always here, but they got Bruce hanging up. The Hello Kitty version, the Amity Island Help Shark sign, and then Amity Island Jaws. So they're $1 each. And we got the most famous photo up here at Universal Studios Orlando. I'm sad there's no skippers out. Last year they had the skippers out with the boat. I would love if they had like Quint or something hanging out by the Orca. You could take a photo with him. And they have a new version of Captain Jake's Amity Boat Tours. We got Bruce off the side. You can stand right here. This is going to be the Ellie Jane. It's a little different around the side. Last time they kind of had schematics and stuff down there. Great enhancements for the summertime. It adds something new to do, some fresh drinks, some fresh foods, some fun little Easter eggs that kind of honors Universal's history. That's why these little pop-up experiences like the tribute store and overlays like this are so important to Universal. It adds something new to the park, gets annual pass holders in, gets new guests in, gets fans of those IPs in. It adds some new flavor to the park because the rides only happen every couple years, so we kind of need stuff like this to keep popping up. So I hope Universal just keeps investing in the tribute stores, little pop-up enhancements like this, because it's really important to the guests, the APs, and then also the team members. Universal, more of this. We love it. Bio's back at it again. He's cruising. He's cruising. We need some tent photos, Bio. Truckgate 2026. We got some updates. They're not working today, so it's pretty calm, cool, and collected. They just have some trucks chilling. Sure, later this week it'll be back to normal and blocking every view. Everything is closed up today. Now the piping that was going along the roof and then down there and then along the side of the building has gone. It's mysteriously vanished. It just popped into 5 and dime. They have the full keychain collection of the Universal Monsters. You got one for Wolfman right there. Then they got one for Frankenstein's monster. Loving the one of Creature from the Black Lagoon. Then they have one for Count Dracula. Then we got the Bride of Frankenstein as a keychain. It is a busy day for the Brown Derby discount store. Everybody's trying to get out of the heat. This is interesting. They took down all the promotional like banners for over here. I wonder if this is gonna be roped off or if they're gonna demolish it for the Fast and the Furious coaster. Let's go see how the Fast construction looks. Oh snap. We got track, people. We got track. The first piece of coaster track has appeared on this side. That is awesome. Again, over the coming months, they're gonna build this coaster real quick. This thing's gonna be massive. It's gonna drastically change the skyline of City Walk and Universal. Okay guys, you're back in the office. We have a lot of Universal updates coming. There's so much happening in the month of June. It's gonna be a crazy month. But guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Hey, no, no.
A giant whale about to eat this.
Booterate?